Higher, higher, higher. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it. We gon' with some we going higher on the case for we going higher on the case for we're gonna get it elevated to the Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy KCFL King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. You know, right now, man, let me tell y'all something. After what I witnessed tonight, I'm here to say it feels like all out season. It feels like all out season is among us, ladies and gentlemen, based on how things were presented tonight. That boy Tony Khan was in his bag tonight. Mr. CM Punk has made his return tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, oh man, we are in for a treat. Triple H and Tony Khan ain't playing. Triple H, he punched. He laid the first punch. Tony Khan came back and said, all right, Triple H, you want to throw your bows? I'm going to throw my bows right back at you. Whoa, we are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a treat. Wrestling fans worldwide, no matter what side of the spectrum you are on, we are in for a treat. Man. Man. My goodness. I watched this show tonight and I was going to watch it live, but I had something I had to take care of, so I couldn't be live to watch it. But Tony Khan said you was going to regret watching this show tonight. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying, man. Before I talk about this, I want to talk about John Laurinaitis has officially been released, which has been a long time coming. Clown has to go, doing all this crazy crap he was doing. Vince McMahon is being put back on the signpost. Apparently, he had another extra $5+ million, so there's a total of $20 million. Homie was trying to get cheeks for $20 million. Insane. Insane to the membrane. Insane. That's all I gotta say. So let's go ahead and talk about this show. We open up the show. We are live from the Target Center, Minneapolis. They was on fire. The audience was on fire throughout the entire show. Ladies and gentlemen, when your wrestling show is on par, the audience is making noise throughout the show. This is what I want every time. Wherever WWE goes, I want the fans to make all kind of crazy noise. Don't sit on your hands and knees. Make crazy noise. If a match is terrible, boo. Say the match is terrible. If the match is great, do what the fans say. Fight forever. This is awesome. Just make crazy noise. Go crazy. That's what the fans tonight did. They were MVPs tonight. Listen, people was talking about, why they go back to Minnesota. Listen, Minnesota, they learned better. They said, look, we're going to make some noise tonight. Boy, did they make noise. Right from the jump. Brody King comes out, and he's in the ring. He got the, who he reminded me of? He reminded me of Rob Zombie's movie. He did. I don't remember. Listen, I don't watch horror, but I do remember the commercial, and I remember it dealt with demonic clowns or something like that. He looked like this dude that's passed away. The waist off how he had his makeup and everything. I said, okay, he coming. He ain't playing. So he comes to the ring, and as he takes the mask off and he's growling into the camera, you see Darby Allin come out the woodwork. Darby Allin ain't playing. Darby Allin said, screw this bull crap. I'm tired of this circus clown. This circus clown asked for this match. I'm finna come in here. I'm finna whoop his tail. That's what he did. And right from the jump, Darby Allin ain't played. Darby Allin had a skateboard with thumbtacks. Raked the man's head, popped him in the head. Brody Lee was bleeding all over the place. I said, man, Darby wasn't playing. Darby was not playing. But did that slow Brody King down? No. Brody King went right to work because we already know what's Darby Allin's number one thing. His thing is, hey, if you got a match with me, beat me up. That's exactly what happened. Brody King might have been bleeding all over the place, but he sure did beat the snot out of Darby. Darby was getting towed up throughout the entire match, and it didn't help because the lights go off, and we have a returning Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews has made his return, and everybody from the House of Black, from Julia Hart to Malachi Black, all of them basically just murdering this man. They are beating the snot out of him. He getting towed up. The man is getting beat up. He getting jumped. He getting towed up, right? So, Buddy Matthews goes out. He goes to the coffin. He ready to, because like I said, they already delayed the man out. Goes to the coffin. He opens up the coffin. Who's chilling in the coffin? You got Sting with the face paint of how Brody King and them be looking. How he got the stuff with all the eye on his face. He was chilling up in the coffin. I said, and Sting once again continues to recreate himself. He continues to recreate things and do things and just make himself relevant. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's excellent. That's great. The man gets up, beats the bricks off of Matthews, tears him up. Then he goes in the ring, stares down Malachi Black, and he gives the man the bat. He gives him the bat. Basically told him, go ahead, lay me out. I don't care. He looks at him and walks off and said, "You're not worth my time." Walks all the way to the ring. I mean to the intros, wherever they be coming out of. That man chased them all the way down and said, "No, we gonna face each other, homie. We gonna face each other. I know you act like I ain't nothing, but we gonna face each other. We're going to get that singles match, ladies and gentlemen. This will be Sting's first singles match. Malachi Black versus Sting is coming." And I think they may be building it towards the Grand Slam show. That's what I think they might do. But we're going to get it. So with all the shenanigans going on, Darby Allin taking advantage of that, all those clowns, they gone. Darby picks up a doggone chain. And he uses the chain to choke out Brody. Now remember, what has Brody been doing? Brody has basically been choking the mess out of him. He returns the favor. He chokes him out. And he falls directly into the coffin. Match over. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Everybody told the story. Everybody did what they were supposed to do. Excellent opener. Kudos to Tony Khan. Great. Now, after the match, we get Moxley cutting the promo. Oh, yeah. They pretty much talked about the House of Black being a part of the trios since Buddy Matthews has made his return. So Moxley cuts a promo and said, hey, listen, sir, Lionheart, listen, I'm gonna see your tail out here tonight. He said, listen, everybody keep calling me the interim. Now, Moxley kind of teased Punk coming when he kept saying everybody keep calling me the interim. He said, we got the FTW championship. Why don't we call this the FY belt? You know, he said, listen, this championship was created out in Cincinnati where I'm from. He said, listen, Jericho, you the last survivor of the Heart Dungeon. He said, well, I'm going to break your spirit in your body tonight. Right to the point. Boom. So then we come back from commercial. Chris Jericho responds right back to him and said, you want the last Lionheart, the last catch from the Stu Hart Dungeon? Well, you're going to get him tonight. And listen, you talk about having blood, spirit all the way over in two. He said, you can fix a cut. We can replace teeth. But he said, I'm going to stretch the mess out of you, Moxley. Right to the point. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you want to do. To sell the match for one last time. You say what you got to say. Do what you're going to do. And move on. That's it. So we get the bracket of everybody that's going to be participating in this AEW Trios title tournament. We got the Trust Busters, which I really didn't know who they were until they showed up on TV tonight. We got the Best Friends. We got the House of Black. We got the Dark Order. We got the Death Triangle. And we got Will Ospreay and the Aussie team, Aussie Open. Andrade Squad with Roosh and Dragon Lee. And the Young Bucks with a mystery opponent, a mystery partner, whatever. We're going to talk about the Young Bucks later on. So we get a great tornado tag team match between the Lucha Bros and La Facción Ingobernable, Roosh and Andrade versus Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, with both coaches out there. The assistant, Jose, and Alex Abrahantes. Man, from the jump, Lucha Bros came in here. They said, we're going to handle the business. Sure enough, that's exactly what they was doing. Roosh and Andrade was acting a fool, acting like, no, we ain't going to do nothing. And then they finally woke up. I mean, just move set at the move set. Cats out here doing all kind of crazy things. And they kept talking about why do they always keep trying to take masks off. Like, what is the whole point? JR mentioned that. He said, why do they keep on trying to take everybody's mask off? What is the fascination about that? I said, I agree. What is the fascination about it? Like, what do you, like, are you mad that y'all don't wear masks? I get that y'all come out with them on, because Roosh come out there rocking the Rock's Brahma Bull, and then Andrade come out there looking like one of the villains from Batman. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, they going at it, they doing what they got to do, but they had to cheat because they are heels. That's what they do. Pentagon's mask, they tied his mask up to the doggone rope so he couldn't do anything. So the only way he was able to get out of it was he legit. The only way he can move, he had to get out his mask, and so he covered his face again. And it didn't help because they beating the bricks off of Ray. Ray tried to do a little something. Now during the match, Ray did a little tribute to Eddie Guerrero, and the fans was out there saying Eddie. And I was talking like, man, I really do miss that dude. I miss Eddie Guerrero. I'm sorry, man. I miss him. I wish he didn't pass. Man, I wish, because I guarantee you, if he was around, he would probably be on AEW television or working in the back doing something. I know he would, because if Vicky's there, you know he's gonna be there, you know. But he did a little, tribute to him and everything, and the fans was talking about Eddie and all that stuff, right? So, but like I said, at the end of the day, Roosh and Andrade basically took Ray out because, like I said, Pentagon, he couldn't do nothing because he was missing his bands. They do the stereo somersault, plantros onto the floor, match over with. 1, 2, 3, it's done. It's a done deal. Like I said, basically having them look strong, that's what you want. I know fools keep talking about, Andrade ready to go back to the E. Listen, man. Listen, I'm still interested in what Tony Khan is doing with them while they're here. If he wants to go back to the E, when his contract is up, I don't have a problem with him going back. I don't. But for the meantime, I want Tony Khan to get the best out of him. And I don't know. I still feel like it's going to be some type of clique that's going to get started with them where all of them going to get together. I don't know why I feel that way, but it just feels like that's what's about to happen. So, backstage, Brandon got the camera out. Young Bucks, they go in the room with the Dark Order Hangman. Hangman looked like he ready to start crying, and Matt is talking, and he said, hey, we in the same place, man, where you won the AEW World Championship. And my mind wasn't right. We wasn't in the same place where we are today. And I want to tell you, I'm sorry, man. And listen, man, look, we don't have a third guy. We want to participate in this trios, man. We want to. And we feel that with you, without you, man, there is no AEW. You were with us from the jump, and we need you to come on. And I'm sitting up and saying to myself, hey, man, what the clown you waiting on? Come on, let's go. So he's pouring his heart to the man. He's apologizing. He's like, well, come on, man, let's do it. Hey, man said, guys, man, listen, I would love to, man, but listen, I'm not even going to be in it. And besides, man, I'm here to support the Dark Order. I'm like, man, if you don't quit, hey, man is funny. Hey, man, too funny. I said, the dudes are pouring their heart out to you, man, and you want to act the fool. Come on. Come on, man. Let's do it. Team up with the Bucks. Let's go on this trios run. Let's do it. Nah, I can't do it. I don't want to be in it, man. But I'm here to support the Dark Order. So Young Bucks walked off, and I don't know. I have no clue. Now I know everybody's speculating that maybe this means the fact that since Will Ospreay is in it, maybe Kenny Omega is coming back. I want Kenny to be 1,000% ready. He left after last year's Full Gear. Best return for him would be to return at this year's Full Gear. He have a full year to recover from the surgeries and everything. I want him to be 1,000% because he said if he get one little mishap, he is calling it a career. And I don't want to see him retire. I still think that man has so much to give. He has so much to give, man. It's like, dog, I don't want to see him come back and then it's over. No. I got to see this dude go out here and ball out in the ring. And that's what he does. Kenny Omega balls out in the ring. That's what you want. You want the best of Kenny Omega. You don't want him to come out there and he botching every move and he re-injuring himself. No, I want him to be 100 to 1,000% ready to go once he come back. Now, if he feels he ready to come back and join them for All Out, fine. But I personally think he still need more time to get them surgeries ready to go, to recover for all those surgeries, whatever. So we move on to the next interesting storyline. Luchasaurus versus a hometown hero cat named Anthony Henry. Now, Jungle Boy comes out. He's on commentary. I ain't even really paying attention to what he's talking about. Luchasaurus basically came out here and manhandled this cat. He destroyed him like 1, 2, 3. Like he didn't even play with his food. Like he came out. Look here. I don't really say that's that. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Because the storyline is we don't know where he sides. We don't know where he sides, right? So he's still hanging out with Jungle Boy, right? So after the match, Christian pops up on the screen. He started running his mouth talking about Jungle Boy. And Jungle Boy said, screw this. He took the headset off. He runs to the back. Christian's still running off at the mouth. And next thing you know, you see Jungle Boy pop out the woodwork, but the security cast was right there ready to catch him. So they caught him, and then here comes Lucha. Lucha comes out the woodwork, and he starts headbutting everybody, and then he knocks out one of the officials in the back. I don't know if the cat was a doctor. He was somebody important, of importance in the back. So does this mean that Luchasaurus gets suspended? I don't know. I'm interested. Very interested. So right after that, Miro cuts a promo talking about is he going to ride with the House of Black. Julia Hart comes out the woodwork and say, are you ready to accept the assignment? And he tells her, no, you are not the woman, or something like that. So because last week he mentioned about a possible woman coming in and joining him. It's only one woman, ladies and gentlemen, and that's CJ. We don't know when CJ shows up, but listen, when Miro cuts his promos, man, I feel like I'm watching a soap opera. I legit feel like I'm watching one of those. I didn't watch what you call those shows that came on Channel 7 on ABC and like In the Days, or I'm just making up a name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know them people, like, for everybody who love those soap operas and all that stuff. I didn't watch that stuff, but the way how Miro cuts his promo, he makes sure he engages you in what he's talking about. So he pretty much said, I'm about to destroy the House of Black. And that's that. Right to the point. So we got the factory. Will Hobbs is backstage. Tony Schiavone's asking Will, why did he do what he did? And as soon as he's finna speak, the factory comes out the woodwork and they tell him, hey, come roll with us. Ricky Starks, he ain't worth the time, or something like that. Hobbs says, look here. He ain't my problem. That's yours. And now, when QT Marshall was talking, QT said in the future, Will Hobbs is a future world champion. Now, it wasn't Tony, my bad, I'm tripping. It wasn't Tony Schiavone. It was Mark Henry. Mark Henry made his AEW television. Well, he's been on AEW TV, but it's been a long time. And I like that factor. I like the fact that let me tell y'all something. Will Hobbs is being prepped, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if people not peeping ain't paying the game. They're not peeping the game. Will Hobbs is being set up. When the time calls for it, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be there. Every single one of us, we're going to be there. And I'm going to tell y'all, remember when we was talking about Will Hobbs potentially becoming the guy? It's going to happen, just not right now. But the way how he said that, he said not to make that him their problem. It's not. He's not my problem. You got to go out there and you got to handle it. You had to. So we get Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, Sat 9 Scene talking about what they did to Warlord. They destroyed him and all this at Battle of the Belts. And they said, we still have a problem with him. If he don't get his tail out here, we still want to challenge him. If not, we're going to come to the back and beat the brakes off of him. Warlord comes out. He said, you want another shot, Jay Lethal? You got it. But I'm finna come out there and beat all your behinds. So he runs to the ring, and he's finna get ready to jump him. And then here come FTR. FTR makes their appearance because everybody said FTR was pulling up. They pulled up. Warlord and FTR. It feels like it's going to be a trios match on Rampage. That's what it feels like. They came in there. They beat the clowns out. They beat them all up. So here's my question. If we do get a trios match, the champions can't lose. So how do we make Jay Lethal and them look strong, more than likely going in All Out? How do we make Jay Lethal look strong? You know, because the champions can't lose. I told you, I'm tired of champions losing. Like I said, if it's one knock that Tony Khan be sometimes falling prey to, is having the champions lose. No, don't do that. That's the Vince McMahon bullcrap. Don't do it. So if they setting up a trios match, I think the best thing to do is, I guess say Jay Lethal and them disqualify themselves this way. You know, nobody gets pinned. I guess I don't know. I have no clue what Tony Khan is gonna do. You know. So Tony Schiavone is backstage interviewing the JAS clowns. They all excited, talking about what Jericho is finna do, and they went down the whole map. Matt said something. Jeff said something. DG talked about Brian. Said he talked about he the best and all this. And then as soon as we got to Anna Jay just started acting insane. She talked about something. What are you doing here? And then choked out the girl. That was it. That's all I know. It was like she said something, and then boom, she was choking out a young lady in the back. So we got a vignette of Aaron and Ricky, as they've said. They used to be former tag team partners. And Aaron said, I'm about to beat the snot out of him. And then Ricky said, I'm about to beat the brakes off of him. And boom, we get to the match. It was a solid match. Pretty decent match. You know, real quick. 1, 2, 3, got to the point. Now, I'm laughing at Nick Camarado, how he out here looking like Tony D and Baron Corbin all wrapped in one. How he go from being a caveman to that, no explanation. I don't know how. I'm still trying to figure that out. So all of them standing right there ready to go to the back. And then here come Carter basically doing what Julia Hart did earlier. She tried to trip up Darby Allin. He tried to trip up Ricky. And then they was like, look here, I see you. You got to get your behind up out of here. So got kicked out. So after that, Solo tried to do something. It wasn't working. Matter of fact, Starks did a spine buster just like how Will Hobbs did, basically sending Will a doggone message. Took that boy out. 1, 2, 3, match over with. So then here come Nick Camarado running out there. So Solo trying to hold down Starks. It wasn't enough. He got out of it. He threw that man into him. Basically sending Will Hobbs another message. Will Hobbs was backstage watching. He ripped the TV out. He playing his role perfectly. That's what you want. A ticked off Will Hobbs. That is what you want. Breaking the TV, going insane, because they was quote unquote supposed to do the job. They didn't do the job. They didn't take care of the man. So what does he got to do? I cannot wait till this match. I want to see Will Hobbs versus Ricky, and I guarantee you, Ricky's going to make Will Hobbs look excellent. When the match happens, Ricky is going to make Will Hobbs look great. We know Will ain't winning, but I'm looking forward to how do they mash together, going against one another. I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. Tony Khan was in the bag. He was in his bag tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He was in his bag. You know me, when I say he's in his bag, he in his bag. So we got the young lady Lexi Nair. She's talking to the Gun Club, and they just look like they've been beaten. And Stokely comes out the woodwork, and I'm like, man, Stokely trying to gain. He trying to get everybody to join him. I don't know. I have no clue what Tony Khan doing with this. Stokely out here trying to just pass business cards to everybody. And Billy Gunn said, "No, listen, I might beat the brakes off of you if you don't get your tail up out of here." So then, as he go, Danhausen comes up and he says, "Hey, I want to match with y'all, and I got a big bearded fellow that's going to join me." Now, word been ramping around that Rowan has been backstage, Eric Rowan. So it sounds like that's going to happen on Rampage. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what it is. It's Danhausen just doesn't do it for me. He really doesn't. But like I said, fans love. So like I said, if there's any knock against this episode, this part right here, because I was like, Dan, I was like, nah. But hey, fans love him. They love him. So that's that. So we got introduced to the Trust Busters. Now, this is Daivari younger brother, and he has Parker Bardot, and I don't know who the other clown that was with him. They walked up to OC and him and pretty much said, we're going to beat the bricks off of y'all on Rampage. Like, basically got, set up a match like 1, 2, 3. Parker Bardot looked like he ready to murder somebody. Now, remember, this was the cat that Cass was comparing him to Brock Lesnar when he was in WWE. He looked like he ready to murder somebody. Now, do OC and them put them over? I don't know. I'm going with OC and them to win just because so that they can have the momentum. Because actually, both of these teams are in the tournament. Both of them. So, who do you put over? I put the best friends over in this. I guess you do. Because I got to see who Daivari and them is going against in the tournament. Because, like I said, mostly you seen most of the casters in the tournament on the show tonight. Only people you didn't see was Will Ospreay and his squad, But it's gonna be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting because I'm trying to figure out how we gonna get to the final two to face each other all out, because that's what we get. We getting the trios championship match. We getting it. I think it's gonna be the Young Bucks and whoever they pick, and I'm guessing I don't know. I have no clue. But once we get there, we'll get there. So now, I was looking forward to this match. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see how well Madison Rayne and Jade Cargill matched up. So Madison, came out there with her tiara on, and Jade came out. A storm is coming. Kiera, Stokely. So when they was looking in the baddie section, you had Layla Grace sitting over there. He had a goofy looking girl with a wig on, looking extra silly. I'm like, who was that? Like, she looked goofy as pie. Like, who was that? Just looking silly. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about it right quick. The matchup that I wanted the triple threat. I don't think we get it because of what I'm going to talk about afterwards, because it sounded like Chris got re-injured again. I don't know how severe it is. I'm not sure, because they was talking as if Chris is already jumping into the main title picture. And I'm like, wasn't y'all booking Chris to be the one to take it off of Jade? So now I'm starting to think, is the thing that gonna be Jade? Maybe, I don't know. But this was a pretty solid match. Basically, what they're doing with Jade, they're making Jade look weak. Even though she's still dominant, they making her sell a whole lot, because we know she's eventually about to lose the championship. Everybody and their mama know that. I'm gonna talk about some of the mishaps. I think Jay still have a little timing issues, which, listen, she gonna get that. She's gonna get better at that. But what I do like, I told you, I like the fact that they making her look weak, even though she's still dominant. They making her look weak. It's almost like people are trying to find what is her weakness so that we can take that championship off of her, because she's been so dominant moving, and Cash just like, how do we take her out? it's kind of like an evil boss. You know how when you playing a video game and you got to figure out what's the weakness of how you beat this said boss, and they be just dominating and dominating, and then once you figure out what that weakness is, then you can go for the gut. You get what I'm saying? You go for it. That's what I feel like as Jade moves forward to her finally being dethroned. It's the weaknesses of what she's in the ring doing that people are taking advantage of, but that's the story. That's what I like that Tony Khan is doing with Jade. Madison Rain, she didn't look bad. Fans was in it. They, like I said, Madison was getting the work in, doing a whole lot of those reversals and all that. Listen, man, when it comes to moves, Jade got everything down. I told you, Jade got she got the moves. It ain't never been the moves for Jade. Never. It's always about the in-ring work. It's about the timing. Timing, in-ring work is where Jade needs a lot of work. And I guarantee you, once Jade loses that championship and she's off TV, she's going to be going back to the drawing board, and she's going to be, because I know people, get this, the young lady, she wants it. It ain't the fact that she don't, because if she didn't, she wouldn't be as good as she is right now. You get what I'm saying? She wouldn't be in this predicament. This young lady wants to be the best that she can be, and so many of us are rooting so hard for her. That's why we critique her to the top. We critique this young lady because we know her potential level is so freaking high. Do y'all understand that if Jade Cargill became who we think she could be, the game is over. It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Because the woman is everything. You look at this woman, you say, my goodness. One, she is fine. She's beautiful. Physique. I mean, just look at this woman. People be always talking about representation 24/7. I'm like, this is what you want. This is what you want. Fully melanated, beautiful black woman. This is what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Strong. I mean, this is what you want. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see her as a baby face. But we got some time before we get there. So, Madison Rain tries to roll her up. Jade does her finisher where she picks her up, body slam, boom, cross ring, 1, 2, 3, match over with. Like I said, she's still coming along, man. She's coming along. So after the match, the young lady that was sitting up right next to Lady Gray, she takes her wig off, and it just so happened to be Athena. I said, man, what? Athena was sitting up there looking extra silly, because Kiera was like, what was that? Like, what was she doing? So Kiera, she, got herself involved and all that stuff. So, gets in there, she takes the wig off, she does all that, and she lays Jade out. So, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Athena versus Jade at All Out. So, since Chris is quote-unquote injured, I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is it. I think Tony Khan is going to pull the plug. I think at All Out, Jade finally loses. I was thinking that she was going to make it out. I was thinking she was going to make it out of All Out and lose at Grand Slam. But if Chris is re-injured again, because, I hope she didn't tear nothing. I hope she did not tear nothing. I hope it's just, it's just a contusion, and so she just need a few weeks to rest up. I hope it's not that serious, because the fact that Thunder Rosa and them mentioned it, she was next in line. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, Thunder Rosa and Tony Schiavone talking, and they mentioned the fact that Chris is hurt. Chris was next in line. Chris was next. I'm thinking Chris is going to take the TBS title off of Jade. That was what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking that they automatically just jumped to the main title scene. So with that situation, Thunder Rosa was sitting up there saying, listen, I love you, Tony. I understand it. And then Tony was like, listen, I told you, Thunder, listen, I'm glad to be assist you, but I told you the moment I came here, I was coming for AEW Gold. So since Chris can't go, I'm next. Thunder Rosa said, listen, I love you. I'm glad that you assist me. But when it's concerning this championship, we'll discuss that some other time. But ladies and gentlemen, Thunder Rosa turned the heel. It's going to happen. I think everybody in the moment done seen enough. Babyface Thunder Rosa is just not cutting it, ladies and gentlemen. And that ain't her fault. It's not her fault at all. It's all on Tony Khan. I think Tony Khan is going to get the twins involved. So if we get Tony versus Thunder, Tony's losing again. But it's going to be because of the Renegade Twins. I believe that now. I think based on how she cut that promo, Thunder Rosa turning heel. It's going to happen. So they've been promoting Dragon House or whatever. It's from the creators of Game of Thrones. Daniel Garcia will face Bryan in a 2 to 3 falls match next week. They already hyped it up. I'm looking forward to it. So we get to the main event. We get Lionheart Chris Jericho versus AEW champion Jon Moxley. Jericho comes out with the old school Lionheart music. He actually had the old school ponytail. He had the old school gear on, and just a click to the throwbacks. You know what I'm saying? Comes out there, and fans is going crazy and all that stuff. And what does he do? Flick everybody off. So he get in the ring, and then here come Mox. Mox music goes off. Fans go ape. They go crazy. They go insane. They going nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, Jericho versus Moxley Part 2 was better than Part 1. The story going into Revolution 2020 was better. The matchup, their second matchup was excellent. Now, you talking about somebody who can't stand blood 24/7 all the time. Let me tell you something. If Moxley wasn't bleeding 50,000 times a day, this matchup called for it. The matchup called for it. So I didn't have no problem with them bleeding in this match because it called for it. It called for it. When blood is needed, it calls for it. You go ahead and you do it. William Regal's on commentary. He mentioned the fact that he had an opportunity to wrestle Lionheart way back in 1997. Man, they going at it. These two are tearing each other up, and right from the jump. Now, Jericho, you know Moxley has the earrings on, right? Jericho, he ripped it out, so automatically he bleed from the ear. I was like, man, that's some savage type of stuff. That's savage. Jericho was on his savage mode. He was savage. Very savage. So, moving throughout the match, you see Moxley just bleeding everywhere. Jericho goes and he rips the turnbuckles off, all that. He even goes out and he even get the AEW championship. Aubrey Graham was like, listen, hold up. What's Aubrey's last name? I forgot. I can't believe I've got a last name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Miss Aubrey. Miss Aubrey said, if you hit him with that championship, I'm going to have to just disqualify you. So he tried. It didn't work. Then Moxley ended up throwing him into the doggone turnbuckle where he just ripped off of. Now this dude bleeding all over the place. So both of them is putting each other's submission mode. Now earlier, Jericho tried to do. Moxley had Jericho in the submission mode, and Jericho looked like he was ready to tap, but he said, "No, I can't do that." So then he put him in the doggone line break. It's not the walls. He did put him in the walls of Jericho. But he put him in the Lionheart move, which that's submission mode where he got your body hanging up and he got his knee all on your head and all this crazy stuff. So that didn't work. Moxley reversed that, and he put him in the submission mode. And as you can see, the blood spilling all over the place, choking him out. That man had no choice but to tap. Matchup finishes. Jon Moxley retains his championship, just like we knew he would. But the matchup was fantastic. Excellent. Crowd went nuts. You heard fans saying "Fight forever." This is awesome. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You want the fans going crazy. But I'm telling Tony Khan, moving forward, AEW Rampage must be live, because I know after the fans went completely crazy on this show, I don't know if they're going to still have that same energy on Rampage, because Rampage is taped immediately after Dynamite is over. So like I said, after the match, all that stuff went on, right? Here come everybody in the mama. Here comes the clowns from the JAS. They all come out. Here come everybody from the Combat Club. Everybody coming out there. And I forgot to talk about it. Sammy Head came out to Woodwork. I'm thinking congratulations to him and Tay. They was, they got married, they got hitched. Look at fools was out here hating on Tony Khan because he went to the wedding and was dancing with him. I listen, man. I don't understand the hatred that Tony Khan gets. I don't understand it. Fools just hate that man. Like, look at y'all mad that the boss is celebrating his employees getting married. I don't know. It could be me, but like I said, get the hate out your heart. Like I said, I get it. I understand when he needs to be checked, you check him. But some of y'all, man, some of y'all resident fans is crazy. Some of y'all is insane. So Sammy and them, they come back out there. Jake Hager, Eddie Kingston, Claudio, Ortiz, Willie U, they all come out. Everybody beating the brakes off each other. All the clowns, everybody, they all out there. They beating the brakes off each other. And next thing you know, Call of Personality hits. Minnesota pops. The roof came off the building. That crowd went insane. CM Punk is back, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, when CM Punk came out, I officially said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, it feels like All Out season right now. We are in for a treat. We ain't even nowhere near All Out, and we are there. We 3 weeks away? Let me take a look. Hold up. Let me see. So this is us right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we are 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. 3 weeks away. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited. So, after CM Punk come out there to help run all the riffraff off, Moxley just sitting in the ring and it looked like he pouting and everything. He gets up. He's like, I know he behind me. They stare each other down. I said, yep, there you have it. There's your main event, ladies and gentlemen. There is your main event for All Out. It just sets itself up. The story is right there. Current champion versus the champion who got injured. It sets itself up. And he looked at that man. He flicked him off. And he started saying calling him out his name and all of this and everything. Look, he feel like he been attacked. Listen, he feel like he's been attacked because he's like, listen, I'm carrying this championship. I'm carrying this company on my back. Your tail get hurt. Here you coming in stealing my thunder. And I'm supposed to, quote unquote, be cool with that? Heck to the freaking no. I see you behind it All Out. Boom. 1, 2, 3. I love it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with CM Punk coming back, I think another certain somebody who was sitting at home pouting is getting ready to make his return. I don't know how Tony Khan is going to fuse him into the situation. Maybe he waits all the way till All Out before he pulls back up. We all know who we talk about. Britt Baker posted this picture up in her Instagram story. It's an old school picture from when back during the pandemic when Tony Khan used to have them come out there play the heels on one side and the baby faces on the other. Well, she was sitting directly next to Shawn Spears. Oh, by the way, him and Peyton Royce is expecting a baby, so congratulations to them. And MJF, and she posted that, and I said, that was subliminal because that was basically let you know CM Punk coming back. CM Punk is back, ladies and gentlemen. MJF is around the corner. MJF is around the corner. I'm excited to see what's finna pop off because the AEW title picture is insane right now. With Punk coming back, you got Punk versus Moxley. It sets itself up. The main championship, the main title. I'm ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for All Out. We ain't even got no card set. I'm ready. I'm ready, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's get ready for takeoff. Get ready. This was excellent. This was excellent. I love it. Crowd was going nuts. This is what you want in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. People be talking about Tony Khan don't know how to book. When he wants to book a great show, this is what he do. This is what he's capable of doing. And he can do it. I expect this from him at all times. I don't expect mediocre from him because he can do it. When he want to book something great, he'll book something great. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't hate on the show tonight. I had a couple of nitpickings that I had to do, but it was very small. Everything I seen, majority everything I seen tonight was great. I'm ready for All Out, and we got 3 weeks to go. 3 weeks to build. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you want. This is what you want, ladies and gentlemen. We as wrestling fans, we talk about, not we talk about certain things not going the way we want them to. We talk about certain television programs not. We talk about stories not. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it all tonight, and everything flowed perfectly. Pacing was perfect tonight. Everything flowed. Everything. Tony Khan, when you are capable of dropping a banger show, he does it. He does it, man. You can't hate. I can't hate on tonight. I can't take a dump on this show. This show was great. If anybody decided to take a dump on this show, you just got nothing but hate in your heart. That's all I gotta say. This show was excellent. I cannot wait till next week. We still got Rampage because Rampage has been booked. The tag team champions, they pulling up. That's all I know. I know they talked about some other stuff on Rampage, but we'll see it when we're gonna come on Friday. But I just want Rampage to be live. Rampage needs to be live at all times, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, that's it. I didn't talk a whole lot. Hit the freaking comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Listen, I'll talk to y'all cats on Friday. This is your boy Caseyville, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'm gone.